beard bigger? Or
Oh, yeah.
Has he been there?
It means he's been there for a few days. Bran! Sansa!
Another word about killing my brother and I'll cut your throat.
Oh! Amazing. I think Qasim, they tried to put some comedy in
Yeah.
between a serious scene.
Everyone.
Democracy?
Democracy?
What?
How dare he?
Oh. This is how Qasim people mocked democracy at one time.
What unites people? Armies. Stories.
Oh.
There's nothing in the world more powerful than a good story.
Amazing. Game of Thrones is a beautiful story.
Nothing can stop it. Who better to lead us into the future?
With all of that knowledge.
Bran has no interest in ruling, and he can't father children.
Good. Sons of kings can be cruel and stupid, as you well know. His will never torment us. Queen wanted to break.
Oh, the underdog. It does make some kind of sense, but I'll give my analysis in the end.
From now on, rulers will not be born. They will be chosen.
Democracy.
On this spot, by the Lord care about power. But I ask you now, if we choose you, will you wear the crown? Will you lead the Seven Kingdoms to the best of your abilities from this day until your last day?
Yes.
Why do you think I came all this way?
Oh! 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 Brad already knew that he's gonna be.
Brandon of House Stark.
I think J.R.R. Martin tried to show democracy, the underdog sitting at the Iron Throne.
Aye.
But I still think Jon deserved it more. But let's see what happens next.
The North will remain an independent kingdom, as it was for thousands of years.
He gave it to Sansa, Qasim. And that's like a... So finally a Stark, not a Targaryen.
She
Qasim.
gave, okay, what is that? The North?
She
the
said
North?
we will be independent, but you can
The
have...
North.
Bran the Broken.
Yeah.
First of his name, King of the Andals and the First Men. Lord of the Six Kingdoms.
6 kingdoms.
Protector of the realm.
Bran the Broken, Qasim, is the king. Oh, Bran. He was not even there for one season, Qasim. I'll give my analysis at the end.
Lord Tyrion, you will be my hand.
Oh, oh.
Grace, I don't want it.
And going to spend the rest of his life fixing them.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Bran.
Bran! Bran, you take the shit out of people.
It is not enough.
Qasim, no.
Yes.
With Jon, Qasim,
Yeah.
no.
This
no.
is what Jon deserves.
No.
This is what Jon deserves.
No.
That's insane. Jon is nobody.
Sansa and Arya wanted,
Jon is the one who truly deserved it.
but they understand her.
Saying, but this is a game.
Let me...
No one.
The Night King is not there, so why there is a Castle Black anyway? It doesn't make sense. But there's few things I don't like, but
Oh.
especially the ending of Jon.
Oh. Okay. I thought he jumped.
No, he's a great character.
Clearly.
Amazing.
He's going back to solitude.
Suriva Vajonath.
We sail for the Isle of where Miss Sande was from. So he's the leader of Unsullied now. So Qasim, it's like they had a truce that if you do this to Jon, then we're gonna go and leave the city.
The North is free thanks to you.
Jon.
But they lost their king.
Oh!
Ned Stark's daughter will speak for them.
I can't. Jon deserved it.
Zane,
Jon was the only one who.
this is reality. It's a game for the throne.
Qasim, let me.
You can
Oh.
you have your needle.
Right here.
You were exactly where you were supposed to be.
Why can't they Qasim meet him in Castle Black? Is it because that's like the punishment?
Could be.
Died protecting his queen.
I'm gonna kill him, Zane. Something.
Yaar. War is over. Bronn?
Oh!
What the hell? Davos and Sam. Oh, Sam is the maester now.
What's this? A song of ice and fire. Archmaester.
Why Bronn is there, Qasim? He did nothing.
Don't believe you're mentioned.
And Drogon? Any word?
He was last spotted flying east to farther away the better.
Perhaps I can find him.
Ooh.
Carry on with the rest. I'm sure it will.
Qasim, Bran is so cool about everything. Like,
The region
out of the High Garden, they have given him High Garden.
is willing to fund reconstruction. The Archmaester is less than enthusiastic about the sanitary effects.
Qasim, it's like I think what he tried to do, especially in this scene, is more like a democracy cabinet office.
Going back to how it was before.
Starks mainly now, Qasim, like Starks now rule all the kingdoms. Even though one is independent, but also ruled by Starks. So in the end, after all the sacrifices, Starks are the rulers. So she started her sea voyage. She's an explorer now, Arya, and an assassin. Jon is. I'm not satisfied with
This
Jon's
is where he
ending.
belongs, Zane. This is where he belongs. He came here in the beginning. He will stay here forever.
Okay, Arya. Because when the story is so epic and big, sometimes endings are like that, unfortunately. The one we want to see the most on the throne is not there. Jon Qasim is still the leader, but of the people in the north and wildlings. Sansa rules the north. And Bran is, of course, Qasim, the
That
Jon,
was
I
bad.
love you, Jon. Jon, you were the best. Only you deserved it. Jon did everything to bring this day. He deserved to be on the Iron Throne. They didn't give Jon the ending he deserved. Oh, Ghost. This is where Qasim, it started. So he's going beyond the wall just to explore. Ooh, Sansa Qasim is wearing. Queen in the North. Jon! Oh! I think they're probably gonna show that Jon will be the king of the wildlings. That's why he's going beyond the wall to be king.
Okay, but I thought he was meant to stay.
Yeah, but like from Castle Black he can go beyond that, but not towards the kingdoms.
Okay.
Jon, Qasim, it should end on Jon. Jon is the real king.
But he enjoyed being in the south, didn't he?
No, he enjoyed being in the north.
Oh, chill.
Uh,
Sorry, I meant the north, yeah.
yeah.
I meant the north. I meant the north.
It was Jon.
No.
Jon was the biggest character, Qasim.
Game of Thrones, that type of show where you don't get what you want, Zane. You don't get what you want. They kill people you love, kill people you like.
Qasim, how was the end?
What was Brand's line? He said, "That's what I came here for."
That's why do you think I came here
You
for?
wa- yeah,
So he
but-
knew
yeah.
all along that he will be king because he can see in his green sight. But everything else was amazing. The way Daenerys was killed, Arya's ending was understandable. Sansa is now rules the North and as an independent kingdom. But I wanted to see Jon. But now this is my point. I wanted to see, of course, I'm really disappointed that Jon is not on the Iron Throne because
No,
Jon
yes.
is the one who truly deserved it. But I think J.R.R. Martin tried to show like the era which started after that is based on democracy and kings and their sons
They're
is
over.
is over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
after Bran, whoever will come will be chosen by
By the people or-
by the people by a democratic process. And he even said that Bran can't bear children, and Tyrion just said in that council that that's good because children can be sometimes cruel or mad or crazy like Joffrey. So he said, whenever next time we choose a ruler, we choose it by a democratic process. There are some things I didn't agree with, like Bronn. He did nothing in the last both battles of the Winterfell and King's Landing. But anyways, I think they tried to show that Tyrion has his old group of team of people. Bran all the way was, of course, as we said, might be an underdog, somebody we are not expecting. But I think a bittersweet ending means that somebody we liked, we love, either die or didn't get what he deserved, and that was, of course, Jon. So with one contradictory note or a protesting note at the end, I would say that I really would have loved if Jon would have sat on the Iron Throne because he did all the right things to be there. But of course, Game of Thrones is not the kind of show which gives us the ending we want. But Tyrion, I think, deserved or sat in the end where he really should have. Sansa was the same. Bran, I think, because he has so much knowledge, he would be a good king, wise king. Jon was more kind, but I think up till that day, to liberate the people, Jon is actually the one. And Sansa did say that they lost their king, the true king. So anyways, that's my overall analysis. I think a great TV show ended, and we're really gonna miss that show. Probably we'll see how the prequel goes, but so far it was really amazing. Really enjoyed it. Just with Jon Snow, I'm not happy because I wanted Jon to be on the Iron Throne. Qasim, what's your analysis?
So Bran, if you think about it, and even though anything he did after becoming the Three-Eyed Raven was for him to become king.
He knew all along that what Daenerys is going to do, and I believe one of the season Bran was not even there. A lot of people, I think, will on the social media will be pissed on that as well because Bran, his arc or his story is not was not epic to be on the Iron Throne because of the way Game of Thrones has worked so far, we wanted somebody like Jon Snow or Daenerys to be on the Iron Throne initially before season 8. But I think what J.R.R. Martin trying to show over here that the children like the kingdom process, they broke the wheel. So Bran is actually the start of democracy. So whereas I think if Jon wouldn't have killed Daenerys because of Unsullied, there was a tie. Otherwise, I think everybody would have chosen Jon, or majority of the people would have chosen Jon to be the king. But the truce only was reached between the Unsullied Dothraki and the other people, the Northmen, is because they won't let Jon go freely, and he has to also get some punishment for killing Daenerys. But the scene of Drogon melting the Iron Throne was amazing. So now Bran will just sit on his wheelchair. There won't be any Iron Throne, and I think that's good because they tried to show that they broke the wheel. I think the concept was that they broke the wheel, and now democracy started at the end of Game of Thrones. So I think by Bran, that's the message J.R.R. Martin tried to give us, is that that democracy started from that point, and because of Jon, thanks to Jon.
So once he became Three-Eyed Raven, what I was going to say was that everything he did was for him to potentially become. We don't know when he was thinking that, obviously, because he doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
But everything he did after becoming a Three-Eyed Raven was to potentially become king.
And Qasim, the way he was cool, and he knew all along. Now it seems like, but he was quiet and letting all the puzzles put into their
But, I mean, he played a big move when he said, "Let me be used as bait."
Yeah.
Because he probably knew about Arya.
And he then knew that King's Landing would be burnt, but he didn't say anything, because you see, this is, I think, another way they tried to show him as a very intelligent person over here, because even though he knew, he let everything happen so that everything can happen afterwards. Don't you see when Jon said, "I'm sorry, Your Grace, I wasn't there when you needed me." He said, "You were exactly where you meant to be." So that's what he had. Like, I think as a metaphor, he's trying to say that I was also there where I meant to be, and this is why now I'm the king. So I think overall, just the only point, I'm just repeating myself now, is that the start of democracy makes sense in terms of Bran to be the king, but other than that, I think Jon deserved it.
Well, actually, he could have became king, but because of the Unsullied army were against it. And if they would have fought, then there would have been another army. In that scene where Tyrion was on
if they would have let go Jon free, Qasim, there would have been a battle between Unsullied Dothraki versus the Northmen. So again, a lot of people would have killed. So in order, again, Jon was the reason to save a lot of innocent lives. So Jon, I would always love you, and I want you to be on the Iron Throne. On that note, I'm going to end this reaction video. It was a great journey. We really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed our reaction, and hopefully with the prequel or any brilliant show, for example Westworld, we'll come back to you and do the reaction videos. So until the very next time, take care.
What are you waiting for? Subscribe!